Hello again. Welcome back. I'm glad you stayed around. I rented this tongue last week. It still doesn't fit right. The truth is that this next part of these videos is a little harsh and it's a little hard. It's about the Israeli and Palestinian situation, and I have my own views and my own feelings, and quite frankly, the people that I really do care about, well, they have theirs. Now, originally, I did not understand a lot of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. And I was a lot more dictatic about it than I am now. But I had a good person who took me to task and schooled me on it. His name is Evan, and he has his own blog, The Writer's Kitchen. He has not done much on that blog, but Evan knows who he is, and I thank him and that for his education. But times have moved on since 2009 when him and I went over all this, and I just cannot accept in my heart some things that the Israelis are doing to the Palestinians. Now look, I posted on my blog the land loss, how they've creeped and creeped and creeped and creeped and took the land. I posted on my blog how even Israeli soldiers have said that they are told and taught and they mistreat Palestinians at checkpoints and any encounter with them, just to prove they can, just to keep reinforcing we're your superiors. Now that is stuff I posted on my blog. I didn't make any of that up. Straight up, is it right for the Palestinians to fire rockets, to bomb buses and other things in Israeli towns and their lands and that? No. I don't agree with that. I don't like the loss of life anywhere. But let me explain something. If I lived in a certain area and a bunch of people came in and took it over and started doing stuff, I'd be the biggest terrorist you ever saw. Okay, not that I believe terrorism is correct, but I would lash out, I would fight, I would blow myself up, and if I could take out a busload of the enemy, I would do it. Okay? Because, and so would anybody else. We're talking about a group of people who had, let's just say 10, for example, 10 units of land, and now they're down to 2 units of land. We're talking about a people who cannot move anywhere without official permission. I mean, they might as well be prisoners, for goodness sakes. And the whole idea that Israel wanted 2 states is wrong, because their definition of 2 states was this: they can have a state, the Palestinians can have a state, but we get to control who comes in, who goes out. They can't have any ports, and they can't have any airports and all this other stuff. No, you don't get the idea of them being actually on their own in a state and a sovereign nation. And that's the point. If you want them to be a sovereign nation, you got to give them the ability to be that. But that's not what Israel wants, and it's become very obvious. And unless you are busy listening to the propaganda from the lobbyist groups for Israel, the Anti-Defamation League, or whatever the heck it is, I forget now. But the real fact is that Israel has done everything they can to subjugate and control the Palestinians, the Arabs, and they are trying to make it so that, yeah, they can have a state. This little piece of land over here, 15 by 15 square miles, and oh, by the way, we'll select your government and everything else. Don't you worry about it. You just keep doing what we tell you to do. Now, and if you don't like that, it's very easily provable online. So take it up with me and we will go over it, because I have posted all this stuff on my blogs. Now, the saddest part about that, what really makes me sad, is that Israel, of all nations, should know better than to treat any other beings that way. Think about it. Never again. Didn't just apply to one group, one nationality, one race. It applied to everyone. Yet Israel is doing to the Palestinians what was done to the Jewish people. I don't like it. I don't like it was done to them. And I don't like that it's being done now to the Palestinians. Now, should the Palestinians have a right to wipe out Israel? No. Should Israel have a right to do what they're doing? No. Quite frankly, the fact is that this whole situation was caused after World War II by Britain and the United States in conclusion with them. I'm not really sure how to say that. But anyway, we agreed to separate lands that shouldn't have been divided. It wasn't our right to say, okay, you get this land, you get that land, you get that land. But you know what? What's worse is it would have worked out. It would have been great, except nobody took into account fanatical religious beliefs. If Israel had stuck to their part, and the Palestinians and then the Egyptians and everybody had just put aside their religion and said, okay, these are the lions now and we're all happy, we wouldn't have this problem today. It's religion that's causing this problem, and it's religion that says, you're not like me. We can pray to Christ in school. We can make the kids pray, but we can't make them pray to Allah. What? Or Allah's no good, but we can make them Hare Krishna. You know, religion is a concept created by man for man. That's not a reason to start killing everybody and destroying everything. I don't like what the Israeli government is doing. I don't believe in it. And what's worse is my taxes, my government is supporting it. And that I want stopped. And then this you can take, whoever follows these kind of things online, you can take that to the bank, that I will continue to speak out against Israeli commandos landing on boats and everything else. You are not, or trying to enforce who we have treaties with and what treaties we have, like Netanyahu did when he came to our country, to our Congress. I don't care if he was invited. They knew very well what he was doing. Your needs and wants are not the same as ours. Now, you can forward your needs and wants, but don't try to make them mine or force me to agree to them. Okay? Alright. So, Ron's texting in here, so I'm going to stop this one. This will be video 5. Many hugs, and I'll start the next one. We only have a few more things to go through. Bye-bye.